Silicone Edge graphic displays are quickly becoming some of our most popular products here at Displayit. Whether it's a graffiti pop-up or a flare backlit wall, these displays have some of the cleanest looks on the market. The catch? Installing SEG graphics can be a little tricky until now. Here are 5 ways to make installing SEG graphics easy. Number 1. Fold in your stitched edge. A classic mistake we see people make is that they try to tuck in just the silicone without any fabric. If you do this, the silicone won't fit properly into the channel and the graphic will almost definitely fall out. Save yourself some time up front by doing things the right way, by tucking in the graphic so that way the fabric is also going into the frame. Tip number 2. Don't stretch the silicone. If you've ever been on the trade show floor and saw this, then you know they were having issues installing their graphic. This problem is caused by starting at one corner and stretching the silicone all the way to the edge of the frame. This will give you graphic excess every time. For the right way to get started, check out tip number 3. Tuck in the corners, then the center. The easiest way to get started with your Silicone Edge graphic is to tuck in the corners first, and then the center of each side. This not only prevents the issue described in tip number 2, but it also helps make sure that the graphic is stretched evenly across the display. As a bonus, if you're installing the graphic with the frame standing up, doing this will help prevent the graphic from falling out of the frame. Tip number 4. Push in and work your way out. Even if you follow tip number 3, it's actually still possible for you to end up with excess graphic if you're not careful. The easiest way to do this is to tuck in a section and then work your way out from its center point. This is a great way to prevent the fabric from bunching up and is our preferred method for installing a graphic. Tip number 5. Don't install the graphics one side at a time. This might seem like a counterintuitive tip, but hear us out. If you install your graphic one side at a time, it might seem like it's going to be faster, but in the long run it's going to make life a lot harder for you. When you do this, the tension of the fabric isn't easily distributed, making the graphic more difficult to install. Even though it might sound more time consuming, we recommend installing the graphic a little bit at a time, evenly on each side. Doing this distributes the tension more evenly and makes life a lot easier for you. Installing a Silicone Edge graphic might seem intimidating at first, but trust us, if you follow these 5 tips, you'll have your graphic up in no time, and you'll have a cleaner looking display than anybody else on the trade show floor.